Hey guys, this is the first of many videos. We're going through the grade 8 review sheet. We're going to start on page 1. This is the left column, so all the questions in the left column. If you don't have a review sheet, it's not a big deal. The questions will come up. You can pause the video, solve the questions, work them out, and then play the video again to see the answers and test yourself. So let's start. We have matched the words in the box, and then you have your 4 questions with the 4 symbols. Please excuse my writing now. So in the box, we have sum, difference, product, quotient. 4 words in our box, so we're going to match. Number 1 is a multiplication sign, and that's product. So number 1 is product. And number 2 is a subtraction sign. That's difference. And number 3 is an addition sign, which is sum. And number 4 is a division sign, which is quotient. You have to know your terms, which terms go with which operations. Moving on. More labeling. We have a division question that's already been solved. So you're going to use the words in the box again. We have divisor, dividend, and quotient. At the top, 302. The answer is our quotient. $604 is our dividend. The dividend is the number that's being divided. And 2 is our divisor. That's the number that you are dividing by. Great. Let's move on. Here we have a fraction, and we have 2 words in the box, the numerator and the denominator. Very simple. The top number is the numerator. And the bottom number is your denominator. It is math, but these are the terms, so you should know how to spell the terms correctly. So practice if you know that you're weak in spelling. Okay, now we have 5 terms in the box. We have odd, even, prime number, factor, and multiple. So numbers that number 10 says are in the times table. That would be a multiple. Your times table is your multiplication table. So numbers that are in the time table is multiple. Next, numbers that divide evenly into the number. Okay, once a number can go into another, it's a factor of that number. So a number that goes evenly into the number is a factor. Numbers that end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, they are even numbers. Next, numbers that are divisible by only 1 in itself. That means this number only has 2 factors, 1 in itself. That is a prime number. So I'm just going to put the number sign, not a hashtag. It's math. It's a number sign for prime number. I don't have enough space to write the whole word out. And the last one, numbers that not divisible by 2, that would be odd numbers. It's just number theory things that you should know. All right, we have 2 words in the box, ascending and descending. We have 2 questions, from small to big, then from large to small. So when you start small and you go big, it's ascending. And then when you start large and you go too small, it's descending. Next. All right, so we have calculate. This is an addition problem. 4,879 plus 563. First, we're going to set it up. You don't add like this. So let's put 4,879, then it's 563. Addition sign on the line. Starting on the column at the right, 9 plus 3 is 12. We're going to bring down the 2, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. You bring down the 4, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. Bring down the 4, carry the 1 again. 1 plus 4 is 5. So our answer is 5,442. Next, we have a subtraction question now. 6,056 minus 3,749. Once again, we're going to set it up. So we have 6056 minus 3749. Starting from the right. Now we can't take 9 from 6, so we're going to have to borrow from the 5. When you borrow 1 from 5, this becomes a 4, and it carries over to the next column. So the 6 now is 16. So 16 minus 9 is 7. Getting ahead of myself here. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now we can't take 7 from 0, so we're going to have to borrow from the 6. Borrowing 1 from the 6 becomes a 5, and the 0 becomes 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. So our answer is 2,307. Next, we have a multiplication. We have 387 times 8. We'll also set this up. 387 times 8. 8 times 7 is 56. We're going to bring down the 6 and carry the 5. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 5 is 69. Bring down the 9, carry the 6. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 6 is 30. I'm going to write the entire 30 and put in our comma. So our answer is 3,096. Here we have 4,261 divided by 7. Set that up. 7 cannot go into 4, but 7 goes into 42 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. Subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus 4 is 0. I'm going to bring down this 6. 7 can't go into 6, so I'm going to put a 0 on my top line. Then I'm going to bring down this 1. 7 goes into 61 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. I can't take 6 from 1, so I'm going to borrow from this 6. This becomes a 5, and that becomes 11. 11 minus 6 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. So I have a remainder of 5, but I'm not going to write remainder 5. We're going to express our remainder as a fraction. So the remainder would become our numerator, and our denominator would be the divisor, or the number we divided by, which is 7. So our answer would be 608 and 5/7. All right, so now we're going on to BEDMAS. This is the order of operations. First, the brackets. So whatever in the brackets you solve first. Then you go to your exponents, or you may know them as powers or indices, whatever term you know them by. That would be next. Next, we have division and multiplication. These go whichever comes first from left to right. These are done together. Addition and subtraction, the same thing, whichever comes first, going from left to right. So let's go to our BEDMAS questions. We have 19 minus 1 minus 6 minus 2. They're all subtractions, so we start from left to right. 19 minus 1 is 18. Minus 6 minus 2. 18 minus 6 is 12. Minus 2. 12 minus 2 is 10. Do not just write your answer is 10. You have to show your steps, show your working, show how you got from 19 minus 1 minus 6 minus 2 to 10. Don't just put an answer. Let's move on. We have 3 plus 2 times 4. Multiplication comes first in our order of operations, so we're going to multiply these two numbers first. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have 3 plus 8. And 3 plus 8 is equal to 11. Next, we have 12 minus 8 divided by 2 plus 3. We're going to divide first. following our order of operations. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So that gives me 12 minus 4 plus 3. So now I only have subtraction and addition left. They're done together, so we go whichever comes first, starting from the left. So the subtraction is first. 12 minus 4 is 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. Next, we have 14 times 8 minus 9 times 3. We have two multiplications, so we're going to multiply. We can just put them in brackets so we don't get mixed up. So first we're going to do 14 times 8. So I'm going to come over here and do 14 times 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Bring down the 2, carry the 3. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 3 is 11. So 14 times 8 is 112. Minus 9 times 3, which is in your tables, you should know off the top of your head, is 27. So now I have 112 minus 27. So let's write a new question. 112 minus 27. I can't take 7 from 2, so I'm going to borrow from this 1 and make that a 0. This 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 7 is 5. I can't take 2 from 0, so I'm going to borrow from this 1. That becomes a 0. This 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. So 112 minus 27 is 85. Next, we have 2 plus 3 squared minus 5. This is our exponent, so we're going to do this first because we have no brackets. So 3 squared is the same as saying 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. So this line is 2 plus 9 minus 5. We have addition and subtraction. We work from left to right. So 2 plus 9 is 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5 is 6. Moving on. Now we have brackets, so we're going to work our brackets first. In our brackets, we have 12 minus 8. Although we have division, which should come before the subtraction, because the subtraction is inside the brackets, we're going to subtract first. So 12 minus 8 is equal to 4. So now I have 4 divided by 2 plus 8 squared. I have my brackets done, so now I'm going to move on to my exponent, which is 8 squared. So 8 squared is going to be 8 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So now I'm going to divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2 plus 64. 2 plus 64 is equal to 66. Again, I have brackets, so I'm going to work my brackets first. So let's bring down my 5 squared minus 27 divided by 3 is 9. Now I can work my exponent. 5 squared is the same as saying 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. So I have 25 minus 9. So you can work it out. 25 minus 9 is 16. That should be your answer. And our final question, we have 4 squared plus 25 divided by 5. There are no brackets, so we're going to work our exponent first. 4 squared is the same as saying 4 times 4 plus 25. Oh, no, that's too messy. Plus 25 divided by 5. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 25 divided by 5. Now we're going to divide. 25 divided by 5 is 5. So we're left with 16 plus 5. 16 plus 5 is 21. So hopefully you did the questions and you got them all right. So make sure you can make up more questions and test yourself and practice. Good luck.